This never gets easy. Of all the interviews, speeches, and talks I've given, this will never be easy for me. Mothers can say so many things about their children, things a mother will never forget. I can remember so many things about my boy. I remember when he was born and how I counted his fingers and toes, the brightness of his eyes and the beauty of his nose. His head was perfectly round. He was a good baby. He was my very own precious jewel that had been found. I remember how his smile would light up my day, and when his teeth came in, they were perfect. I would say I was so young. Mama helped me raise him. He was spoiled rotten. Yes, he was. We loved him so much. Emmett Till. He could be so silly at times, and he could be a little boastful and loud. See, we taught him to be unashamed and proud. He was always joking around and always had something to say, unashamed and bold. That was the Chicago way. We may have been a little bit citified, but we never hurt anyone. He and I were so close, almost like brother and sister. And when we moved away from Mama, all we had was each other. You know, I thought I would have him for the rest of my life. I never imagined so early I would be forced to say goodbye. My son had just turned 14 when I sent him off to Money, Mississippi. It was the summer of '55, and the ways of the South were full of hate, but I never imagined that much hate in my life. So much hate has caused so much strife. He left his watch with me that day in August, and he kept his ring with his initials in it. It was his daddy's ring. I remember he wanted to show it off to his cousins down there in Money. Who knew it would be used to identify him one day? The whole world saw that ring. You know what almost killed me? When I saw him. When I saw what they did to his face. He was my boy. And when I saw what they did to his face, how they mangled his body, and when I saw what they did to his face, there was no sign of my son. I mean, not even a trace. And when I saw what they did to his face, I saw his eye completely gone and one hanging down low like a sad song. He had no more pretty teeth, and his smile had disappeared. His head was split in two, and his agony, I fear my despair, traveled to a place it's never gone. And at that moment, I felt there was nowhere we belong. Humans did something drenched in inhumanity. You see, they gave lynching a whole new reality. So I refused. I refused to put on a peaceful facade and mask it. I refused to hide his face in a closed casket. I refused to keep quiet and be good. I refused because my pain needed to be understood. What was done to my son should have never been done to anyone. I honestly could have died because it seems my baby was crucified. And I would often ask my God, what happened? I didn't understand why. And he would say, don't you worry, daughter. You'll see our son again in the sweet by and by. And today, I see it. It's as sickening now as it was then. Mama's scared to let their boys go because they may be killed for the color of their skin.